Heroes of faith, unwavering trust in God. The pages of the Bible whisper with stories of extraordinary men and women, ordinary people like you and I who lived lives that resonated with an unwavering trust in God. They are the heroes of faith, beacons across time, reminding us of the power of belief. These individuals, faced with impossible choices, daunting challenges, and seemingly insurmountable odds, chose to place their faith in something larger than themselves. Their stories, etched in the annals of history and faith, are not mere tales of triumph, but testaments to the unwavering spirit of those who dared to believe. They clung to hope in the face of despair, embraced courage amidst fear, and ultimately, through their actions, painted a vivid tapestry of what it truly means to have faith. In this series, we embark on a journey through the King James Version of the Bible, that grand and echoing testament of faith. We will revisit the lives of these heroes, delve into the scriptures that speak of their journeys, and glean timeless lessons on the true meaning of unwavering trust in God. By faith, a testament to unwavering trust. Hebrews, the 11th chapter. A grand roll call of faith. By faith Abel, by faith Enoch, by faith Noah. Each name a story, each story a testament to unwavering trust. This chapter delves into the essence of faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. These words are a revelation. Faith is a foundation upon which hopes are built. It's the conviction that even in shadow there is a guiding light. These heroes embodied this truth. Abel offering his sacrifice with devotion, Enoch walking with God, a testament to unwavering faith, Noah constructing an ark, trusting in a divine promise. Each act of faith stands as a beacon, illuminating the path for those who seek to understand belief. These heroes were human, flawed and vulnerable, just like us, yet they chose to trust, to believe, and found strength. Hebrews 11. It's a challenge, a call to embrace the unseen, living with unwavering trust. With faith, even the impossible becomes possible. The legacy of Abraham, a journey of unwavering trust. The story of Abraham, it's a journey that begins with a call, a divine summons to leave behind the familiar and venture into the unknown. Imagine, if you will, the weight of such a request, to abandon everything you know, to embrace a future shrouded in uncertainty, guided only by the whisper of a promise. Yet Abraham, he doesn't hesitate, he doesn't question. Romans chapter 4 verse 20 tells us, now the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. Abraham believed, he trusted in God's word, even when the world around him offered no logical explanation. And that, my friends, is the very essence of faith. It's not blind adherence, but a deep, unwavering trust in something larger than ourselves. It's the courage to step into the unknown, guided by the compass of our belief, even when the path ahead seems treacherous. Abraham's legacy, it's not just in the lineage he fathered, but in the unwavering faith he embodied. He teaches us that true faith requires surrender, a willingness to release control and trust in the divine plan. It's a lesson as relevant today as it was centuries ago. When faced with our own mountains of doubt, our own valleys of uncertainty, let us remember Abraham. Let us remember the man who, armed with nothing but faith, embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of history. For in his unwavering trust, we find the courage to embrace our own journeys, knowing that even in the face of the impossible, faith has the power to move mountains. Chapter 3. Faith without works is dead, the actions of belief. Now, some might say faith is a personal thing, a matter of the heart, and while that's true, James in his letter challenges us to look deeper. He reminds us that true faith, the kind that resonates with the divine, isn't passive. It's not a whisper, it's a roar. It's not a wish, it's a choice. James, in chapter 2, verses 21 and 22, he brings forth the example of Abraham again. He writes, was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? You see, Abraham's faith wasn't just a belief in his mind, it was a fire that ignited his actions. He didn't just trust in God's promise, he was willing to act upon it, even when it meant making the most difficult sacrifice imaginable. That's what James means when he says faith without works is dead. True faith, it compels us to act, to move, to translate our belief into tangible expressions. It's in the doing, in the active demonstration of our trust, that our faith finds its fullest expression. So I ask you, how is your faith manifesting in your life? Is it a dormant seed, or is it a blossoming tree bearing the fruit of good works? Remember, true faith isn't merely believing, it's living a life that reflects that belief. It's in the acts of kindness, the pursuit of justice, the unwavering love we extend to others that our faith truly comes alive. Chapter 4, Noah, a beacon of obedience in a corrupt world. Imagine a world consumed by darkness, where wickedness ran rampant like a flood and the very essence of humanity seemed lost. This was the world Noah inherited, a world teetering on the brink of chaos. Yet amidst the storm of depravity, a single man stood apart. Genesis chapter 6 verses 8 and 9 tells us, "But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord." Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. In a world consumed by shadows, Noah chose to walk in the light. His faith wasn't passive acceptance, it was active obedience. When God spoke, Noah listened. When God commanded, Noah obeyed. Without question, without hesitation, he dedicated himself to fulfilling the divine decree, even when it seemed ludicrous to the world around him. Imagine the ridicule, the doubt, the outright scorn Noah must have faced as he built his ark. Yet he persevered, driven by an unwavering trust in a promise he could not see, a future he could only imagine. Noah's story is a testament to the power of obedience, the unwavering trust in God's plan, even when it defies human logic or understanding. It reminds us that faith isn't just about believing, it's about acting on that belief, even when the world tells us we're wrong. In a world that often celebrates cynicism and doubt, Noah stands as a beacon, reminding us that true strength lies in surrendering to something greater than ourselves, in placing our trust in the divine architect who sees the bigger picture even when we don't. Chapter 5. Rahab, faith beyond walls and expectations. Now let's journey to the heart of Jericho, a city fortified by towering walls and bound by tradition. It's here we meet Rahab, a woman whose life defied societal norms and whose faith transcended cultural boundaries. Rahab, a harlot, a woman living on the fringes of society. Yet, within her heart, a spark of faith ignited. She had heard whispers of a God who parted seas and toppled giants, a God who championed the oppressed and offered redemption to the lost. When the Israelite spies sought refuge within her walls, Rahab, guided by an unwavering belief, chose to protect them, even though it meant defying her king and risking her own life. Joshua chapter 2 verse 11 tells us, "For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and in earth beneath." She recognized the power of the God of Israel, a power that transcended borders and defied human expectations. Her faith, though born in the shadows, was a beacon of courage and conviction. She risked everything, not for personal gain, but because she believed in the promise of something greater. Rahab's story reminds us that faith knows no boundaries, no social strata, no cultural limitations. It's a universal language, a symphony of the soul that resonates with the divine regardless of our past or our present circumstances. And her story carries a powerful message, one that echoes through the ages, that God sees beyond our flaws, our mistakes, our societal labels. He sees the heart, the yearning for something more, and he honors the faith that dares to bloom even in the most unexpected of places. Chapter 6. Gideon, from fear to faith, a journey of transformation. The story of Gideon is a testament to the transformative power of faith. We find him threshing wheat in secret, hiding from the Midianites, a man consumed by fear, trapped by his own perceived inadequacies. An angel appeared, calling him, "Thou mighty man of valor." He saw himself as anything but mighty, and the Lord said, "Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel." God saw beyond Gideon's insecurities, recognizing the hero within. Through signs and wonders, Gideon's faith began to blossom. Gideon's story reminds us that faith isn't the absence of fear, but the courage to act despite it. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. With faith, even the most ordinary among us can achieve extraordinary things.